James Kinney for Discover Finger Lakes, and this is my granddaughter Beonca, and we are filming the new episode, which is we start our themed episodes for September. As you remember, last year we did one in September about the Allegheny River Dancers and the bonfire in Bear Hill, and that's for September. Next month, of course, is Creepy New York. Brady is not here with us. He's doing his own thing, but
we hope he'll be here next time.
Yeah, you'll probably see him again next time. But I'm glad that you've come with us, Beonca. She has an interest in doing this, and she might make a nice third person for Discover the Finger Lakes. So you might see her every once in a while. You won't see her all the time because she has school and friends and other stuff that she does with her family. So now we are going to hike the Trail of Peace Trail, and here at Ganondagan, and then we are going to go to Auburn, New York, and go to a cemetery where there used to be years ago an old Seneca fort or Cayuga fort. So we're going to go there. Let's start this episode. Good. The Seneca believe these crops, termed the Three Sisters, sustain human life. The ceremonial year is heavily associated with their growth and harvest. Planting time and 2 harvests of corn are celebrated with great enthusiasm. The Seneca have the same creation story as the other nations of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois Confederacy. The story goes that twins, spirits of the sky world, created the world on the back of a great turtle. Consequently, Earth is a great turtle island aswim in an endless black sea. The Haudenosaunee story of Turtle Island portrays mankind with the power of mind to manipulate the laws of nature and postulates that abuse of this power would lead to a desolate future. Fortunately, humans also possess the ability to celebrate nature, and in Seneca cosmology, it is the duty of human beings to enhance the life forces of Turtle Island through celebration, consciousness, and responsible behavior. In Seneca language, Ganondagan means white town. In Seneca tradition, the color white is linked to the ideas of peace, purity, and truth. The translation preferred by Seneca today is Town of Peace. Seneca traditionalists connect this town with the life of Jehonessa, the Peace Mother, one of the founders of the Haudenosaunee, or the League of Iroquois.
As you can tell, we're right by a road, so it is not the quietest trail, but it is very calm.
It is calm, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's see what this next sign is. Talks about the people of the Longhouse. Okay. Now, the Seneca called himself Onondaga, people of the Great Hill. Now, the Great Hill, you know what the Great Hill is?
I have a feeling I'm better than it before.
Well, you remember me and Brady when we went to Clark Gully?
Yep.
Yeah, up there is the Great Hill. That's where it's at. So, and of course, they are the Haudenosaunee, known today as Six Nation Iroquois. So, and of course, the Longhouse you see down there that we've been in.
And if you guys know, ladybugs are a sign of love.
Ladybugs are a sign of love.
Yes. Like this thing right here.
Okay. Neat. The Longhouse was simply a dwelling. It was an idea. Whereabouts are 5 nations, each with its own council fire, yet they shall live together as one household in peace. They shall be the Longhouse. They shall have one mind and live under one law. Thinking shall replace killing, and there shall be one commonwealth. Yes, and right here is another information sign we're going to look at.
They have thousands of them, guys. So if you love reading, here's to start reading.
The Great Law of Peace is the founding tradition of the League of the Haudenosaunee. The Great Law originated sometime between the 10th century AD and the early 16th century. The League of the Haudenosaunee continues to meet under its rules at Onondaga near Syracuse, New York. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, okay. Okay, this right here talks about graves. As regards the dead, they enter them with all they have. When it is a man, they paint some red calumets, peace calumets, on the tomb. Sometimes they plant a stake on which they paint how often he has been in battle, how many prisoners he has taken. The posts ordinarily is only 4 or 5 feet high. In 1687, Denonville launched a well-organized campaign against the Senecas. The expedition left Montreal on June 13, 1687, and consisted of 832 colonial regulars, over 900 Canadian militia, and some 400 Indian allies. They traveled by water in 200 bateaux and 200 canoes. The force landed at Iroquois Bay, built a palisade to protect the boats, and on July 12th began the march on Ganondagan. I just want to mention about Beonca and her commentary that she does. She adds a little bit of color to our episodes, which is great. Isn't it, Beonca? So we're glad to have her with us. So I know I usually ask Brady what he thinks, and sometimes he doesn't really, he'll say like maybe, okay, good, I like this. What do you think about this place, Beonca?
It's a good trail, but I would like it to be a little bit longer.
A little bit longer, okay. All right. So yeah, as you walk on this trail, there's, like you've been seeing, a lot of information signs about what happened here and the life of the Senecas.
As you can see, there is another information.
Yeah, there is another one.
This one's different than the other ones, though.
Oh, the Seneca word for sumac is the same word used to describe face paint.
Icky.
And refers to the berries whose color resembles that used to paint the face.
The face paint's icky.
That's it's icky. That's neat, though. I mean, that's what they used, you know.
How did you describe face?
There are 3 main interpreted trails at Ganondagan. The one that we are on now is the Trail of Peace. The other is the Earth is Our Mother Trail, and also Fort Hill Trail that me and Brady have already been to at an earlier episode. Fort Alleghan, 1200-1400, in Auburn, New York, located at Fort Hill Cemetery on Fort Street. Extant earthworks and mound originally built by the ancient mound builders, so-called Alleghans, by 19th century historians. Also later used as a known Cayuga Indian council seat and village site until 1789. The name Fort Wasco by applied to the site by British American settlers, probably after the Cayuga name of the village of Wasco, located there at the time. Cayugas used the Fort Hill Mound as the principal residence of their 10 senators who represented them on the Grand Council of the Five Nation Confederacy. Now, there's been controversy over whether the Cayugas or some other tribe constructed the Indian mound on which Fort Hill Cemetery was built. North American archaeological research supports the view that it was built before the Cayugas and other Iroquois tribes appeared in the Free Lakes region. These earlier Native Americans were referred to as the Alleghans, after the Allegheny Mountains, and they inhabited the middle of North America hundreds of years before the arrival of Columbus, and then vanished. Now, this monument that we're walking toward is a monument dedicated to a Indian chief named Logan. Now, how ironic is that, seeing that I have a grandson named Logan? Logan the Orator, 1723 to 1780, was a Cayuga orator and war leader born of one of the Six Nations of the Iroquois Confederacy. After his 1760s move to the Ohio country, he became affiliated with the Mingo, a tribe formed from Seneca, Cayuga, Lenape, and other remnant peoples. He took revenge for family members killed by Virginian Long Knives in 1774 in what is known as the Yellow Creek Massacre. His actions against settlers on the frontier helped spark Dunmore's War later that year. Logan became known for a speech later known as Logan's Lament, which he reportedly delivered after the war. Scholars dispute important details about Logan, including his original name and whether the words of Logan's Lament was his. Now, here are a few words from the orator.
This has called on me for revenge. I have sought it. I have killed many. I have fully glutted my vengeance. For my country I rejoice at the beams of peace, but do not harbor a thought that mine is the joy of fear. Logan never felt fear. He will not turn on his heel to save his life. Who is there to mourn for Logan? Not one.
Well, that is the end of our episode for episode 4 of season 3, entitled Native New York. We hope you enjoyed our episode and everything that we showed you. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And so now I want to say, if you want to see more, go to our YouTube channel and watch all of our seasons that we have. Also, go to our Facebook page, and if you like, you could follow us there as well. And also look at all of our photos there, and also catch up on news on what we're doing if you like. And I appreciate Beonca coming, and I think she had a really good time. You will see her again real soon, and Brady should be back for our next episode, which is going to be our yearly Halloween theme, Creepy New York. And so be ready for that. And also look for a promo for Creepy New York. So for Beonca and Brady, I want to say this is James Kinney. Thanks for watching.